Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Retro Review episode 23. This is a special episode for Shocktober. Woo! We're gonna do a series of horror / Halloween related films. So enjoy.
I convinced Andrew that we should do a couple of horror movies for my favorite holiday.
Is it your favorite holiday?
Oh, I love Halloween.
I didn't know that. Oh, I shit talk it all the time. I feel bad.
It's like I personally offended for Halloween's sake.
So, tonight we're reviewing The Covenant. Oh my god. So Avaryl was like, oh, well, we could watch this thing, or we could watch one that's like, you know, teenage witch boys with like shirtless and homoeroticism. And I was like, that one. Let's watch that one.
I like the phrase teenage witch boys.
I mean, is that not what they are?
It's accurate. I like it.
I liked that this movie called them witches.
Yeah.
I've always only ever heard witches related to women.
Right.
I mean, what is gender anyway? But like, it's just interesting. You didn't think that this review was going to go down this route.
I just like that conversation where you wear a tiny witch hat. A tiny witch hat. So I watched The Covenant in high school and was like, holy shit, this is garbage and I love it.
I mean, I kind of loved it.
It's great, right?
I mean, it's garbage.
Terrible, but I love it because it's so stupid.
It's so stupid. So basically it starts and I'm like, oh, so it's Dante's Cove. And then we looked it up and it turns out it is Dante's Cove because Dante's Cove came out first.
It preceded it. Well, yeah, it's the opening credits of Charmed, you know, it's just like crossfades, maps,
yeah.
Whoa, the eye of this, and flashbacks and books. And...
The Book of Treason. Oh, no, that's Dante's Cove. Welcome to the Hotel Dante.
Welcome to the Hotel Dante. With horror, I mean, the music is...
Oh, the music's so bad.
Oh, I hate this kind of music.
Like the grunge rock, whatever.
Yeah, that
of the
like...
90s.
Yeah. I hate it.
And apparently early 2000s.
Yeah, it was an early 2000s thing.
It was an early, yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
One of my least favorite genres of music. It fits perfectly in this cheesy fucking action movie about teen boy witches.
Is it an action movie? Are we calling it that?
What else? How would you categorize it?
A mystery? A supernatural mystery.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. I want to watch that movie.
With shirtless boys. I mean, there was a lot of like boy butt locker room scenes.
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently they had to add in CGI steam because it was a full frontal. And they were like, oh no, we gotta keep it PG-13.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Just the locker room was just like dicks out.
Yes! I do like that.
Where's the director's cut for that?
Well, so Rennie Harlan directed this movie. He's known for his cheesy, over-the-top action movies. But the thing I always like about Rennie Harlan movies is its equal opportunity objectification. He likes to objectify everyone across the board. And I'm like, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it.
Women have been objectified in films since the beginning of time.
Yep.
So let's just balance it out. Let's do both.
Yeah.
Something for everybody.
Although I would say this didn't particularly objectify women.
There's a lengthy shower scene where... I mean, I'm just saying, they're both naked.
Fair.
Like,
fair. We never see her naked body, though. We see the shadow, the silhouette.
We see her whole naked back. And...
Oh, no, that's right. You're true.
Did you remember when we watched this movie like 2 hours ago?
Yeah. I don't know why I keep forgetting the nudity when that seems like that's the biggest selling point of this movie.
Yeah. So this movie is basically... it seems like a failed WB pilot.
Absolutely.
You know, it's Supernatural or whatever that show.
I think that's what it's called.
Still on the air?
Is it really?
I feel like it is still on the air, and I
boy.
feel like that has been on the air since I was in middle school.
I think so.
It seems like it.
Also, aren't they bringing back Charmed?
Yeah.
I don't get this. And now they're bringing back Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And I'm like, fuck you, Netflix. I do not want this cute, adorable sitcom with Melissa Joan Hart turned into some creepy, weird horror thing.
Yeah, they like Riverdale'd it.
Yeah, it looks exactly like Riverdale. It's like, ooh, the mysteries of Sabrina. And it's like, fuck you.
Salem's not even there.
No.
The sassy
gay
pussy.
cat. that he turned into from Hocus Pocus.
I'm telling you, I mean, I love it. I love it. So the Covenant. Yes. Starts incoherent, crossfade, layover,
Yes.
book,
Yes.
text.
Yes.
Oh no, well it starts with text.
Oh, yes, about
300 years ago in
Yes.
the Salem witch trials,
Yes.
and the power protected them all until now.
Ooh.
And you're like, what is this?
Oh no,
Nonsense.
the book of
Damnation.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm telling you, it was just Dante's Cove.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we gotta watch this movie.
With like thunder and all.
Oh yes, the mystical thunder. That's another character.
Yeah. Oh, and then lightning storm, but it was not. Well, this one had some rain.
It had a lot of rain.
It did. Dante's Cove has the lightning, but it never rains because they can't afford that.
They can't afford the rain machines. It's just the lightning. We're introduced to the Sons of Ipswich.
Sons of Ipswich.
which is Stephen.
Is that
Strait.
a band?
Ooh.
You're so funny. I like you.
You're not like these other stuck-up girls. Let's take our tops off.
So why do you call them the Sons of Ipswich? What are they, like a boy band?
No, I like you. You're funny. Not like all the other stuck-up bitches.
I'm not wearing a bra.
Pants? Who needs them?
Yes.
The Sons of Ipswich. We got Stephen Strait, whose career never took off, even though I think is cute but can't act.
That's why.
Taylor Kitsch, who isn't that cute and
He's like
also
a poor
can't
man's
act.
Taylor Lautner.
Ish. They all kind of are. I'll be honest. They all.
Well, but he
sort
really
of
looked
look
like.
alike.
Oh no! Wait.
You're Stephen Strait looked like him.
Oh, that's who. Oh.
The main guy, Caleb.
Yeah.
And then we got Chase Crawford from Gossip Girl, was like the skinny little young one. And then there's not Draco Malfoy. And that's the Sons of Ipswich.
Yeah, there you go.
And they all
Jump off a cliff.
jump off a cliff. Oh my god, I mean, the CGI, there was a renaissance of sorts of bad movies in the 80s, right, where it was just over the top. And I feel like there's a renaissance of early 2000s bad movies that, like, isn't really being talked about yet, which is horrific CGI. Because it was right at the beginning of like, ooh, let's try this.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah. It's like these are more available. Like it's easier and cheaper
Yeah, it's more,
that like
yeah,
we can
affordable.
incorporate CG into our
It'll
low
look
budget
great.
film.
A few more years are going to pass, and it's going to be like, oh, the heyday of the early 2000s. Oh, yes. So, yeah, they all jump off the cliff. Come on, Caleb, what are you, chicken?
Everyone else is jumping off the cliff.
It's addictive, man. And you're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And their eyes.
Tyler!
Come on, Caleb. It's not like it's gonna kill us. Yet.
And they dive off the cliff. And I guess if you're watching this movie for the first time, well, you were today. You're supposed to go, oh, what? Oh, no.
I mean, I was like, where are they jumping to? What's happening?
Were you like, oh no, suicide pact, where are they going? Oh no!
I mean, it was obvious that they weren't killing each other, but it was like, what are they? Are they going to, like, I was waiting for them to murder everyone at this, like it was like, are they vampires?
Yeah.
You know, are they going to go, like, suck the blood of all of these teens at the party? I don't know.
Come on, Caleb, what do you? Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, it's addictive, man. That sooky
That
blood.
That's suck it.
Suck it.
No, they get to the big bonfire beach party.
Yep.
We get introduced to Sarah.
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah. And Kira.
Kira.
And Sarah. Kira, I think you owe Sarah
An apology.
Well, Sarah, I think you owe Kira an apology.
I think you owe Kira an apology.
Actually, I think Kira owes Sarah the apology.
Those Boston Public girls.
Oh, Boston Public.
Ugh.
Oh, my God.
I'm Kira. Sarah. Oh, right. From the Boston Public.
And the main lady tries her best, but she can't really act. She's not great.
No.
She's not great.
My car won't start!
Hop in with us.
I can't just leave it here.
Well, then we're introduced to Sebastian Stan.
We are introduced to, this was my introduction to Sebastian
Wow.
Stan. So back in high school, I was like, oh, this movie's hilarious. But I saw a glimmer of hope in him. I thought, he's camping it up. He kind of gets what movie he's in, maybe.
You know, he kind of gives me a lot of Ryan Felipe Cruel Intentions vibes in this movie.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way. Yeah.
He doesn't really act anymore, Ryan Felipe, does he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, really?
He's in a movie we'll be watching this month.
Wait, really?
So excited. I won't tell you which one.
Oh.
I'm excited about it.
Oh, that we'll be watching.
In Shocktober.
Got you. I thought like one coming out. And
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, no, he's not in that one. It's Trip to Italy.
Oh, Hayden Christensen.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. who's now 50 apparently.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I've liked Sebastian Stan since 2006 when I saw this movie.
What?
I thought, he's got some promise. And you know what? I was right.
You were right.
Now he's the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
he's Galooly.
He's Galooly. He's Galooly.
Galooly.
So then they're all having this huge party. There's fire jugglers.
Oh, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff
I had a lot
going
of questions about
what?
how old they are and what kind of party this is.
Yep.
I've never been to a high school or college party like this.
No, when it was like, oh, these are all my roommates, this is my new roommate. I was
Yeah.
like, what are roommates? So I guess they're boarding
Well,
school,
I guess it must be boarding school because they're all talking about turning 18.
and talking about going to Harvard
And
Yeah.
so it's
boarding
school in Boston
or outside of
or just outside or
in
something.
Salem area.
Ipswich.
Ipswich.
Yeah.
That's a place.
They're in Ipswich. They're all having a great time at the party. Oh, Sarah. Oh,
now,
my God.
who was the weird guy with the long hair?
Okay, so his bully guy
Yeah.
is, I don't think you know him from what I know him from, but he was on this terrible TV show that I loved called Blood Ties, where he was a vampire detective.
Oh.
It happened.
Oh my God.
It's not to be confused with the other vampire detective show, Moonlight.
Oh yeah, you talked about Moonlight.
This one's Blood Ties, and he's like, what? It's like 470-year-old so-and-so vampire decides to solve crime for good, or whatever. And then it was pretty great. I mean, it was the cheesiest thing ever, but it was pretty great.
Good.
But he was the vampire guy. Other than that, I do not know what.
But like, who is he in this movie? Because then we never really
Well, he
see much
looks
of him again.
37.
Yeah.
And he's the bully.
Okay, cool.
He shows up a couple more
He comes
times
in the bar or whatever.
here and there. He's
Yeah.
just like an asshole.
Cool, great. He's like the jock dude that like has to contend with these witch bros that rule the town.
Witch bros. So then they cut to this really funny shot of the DJ being like,
yeah.
oh my God, y'all, what you said? The cops are on their way. We got sirens.
Still just called. He said he saw 3 cop cars headed this way on Old Dell Road.
And then they all scatter into the woods like it was Wet Hot American Summer. Ah! Just run into the woods. And then there's this crazy chase scene in the woods.
Yeah, the cops are so hell-bent on catching
These
the
kids.
one car that they've caught from
Well,
like the 50 people. that were
Are
there.
their cars not allowed to be in the woods? Because like for all we know, like the cops don't know that there's a party because they didn't get there in time for there to be a party anymore.
Even if they don't know they were there necessarily. I mean,
Right.
they can infer, but like,
But like there's no proof. It's
They
like
have a
what? We were just
full-
hanging out in our car in this forest,
yeah,
dude.
leave us alone, whatever.
You were having a bro jerk off session in the car. Leave us alone.
We're just polishing the trees. Leave us alone. I do wish that was slightly more prevalent in the film.
Oh, like jerk off session?
Like them actually just being hot for each other.
Sure.
Like it's implied.
Is it?
We're implying, because we're like,
Oh.
they're all broing out and whatever.
I mean, sure. They're all like, but I never really got like much romantic.
not really.
Although
but
two of
I
them.
feel like Sebastian Stan is like in love with Caleb.
Oh, absolutely. We called it. We'll talk about it. But then also the other two,
Two young ones.
the two young ones, they never have girls or are interested in girls. They're just kind of like, hey bros, let's hang out more. Like, I want to hang out with you. We hang out all the time. So maybe they're like boyfriends together.
Maybe.
We don't know. So, we don't know that they're not.
It's true. I was watching this show, The Terror, and it's like, back in the day, they're trying to make a passage to the Arctic, through the Arctic, it's like old ships or whatever,
Sure.
right? It's like the Navy,
Oh, gotcha.
They had a great scene where someone goes downstairs to like
Oh.
the larder or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like, it's very subtle, but it's just like, like one guy is like, I was just looking for something down here. And then the other guy's like, is someone down here with you? And then he's like, yeah, Billy was helping me find something. It's slightly less awkward.
Find the sausage.
But it was like subtly, if not heavily implied that like, yes, we're fucking. And I was just like, this is great.
Fun. Good.
I love this.
Yeah.
This
He
should
was
be-
on his knees because he was looking for a button that fell off on the ground. And I had my pants undone because the button fell off and they came undone. And so it was...
My dick is out because... but it was like I like that.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of here for a TV show along the same lines of this, where
Yeah.
it's like, it turns out that two of the group are
Yeah.
just like together.
Yeah.
But then they have to like figure out how to tell, like, they're, like, coming to terms with that. What does it mean? But they're also coming to terms with their powers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so confused by all of these feelings inside and outside. And then they have to, like, tell their witch bros. But, you know, it's like, oh, are they going to accept us? Are they going to, like, witchify us? What's going to happen? Are they going to set us aflame?
We're already outsiders because we're witches.
Exactly.
We can't deal with this.
I feel like
Society just needs to accept us. Witch and all.
Witch and gay and all. You know,
I like it.
There's someone who calls them a faggot because they're supposed to be burned at the stake, you know?
Oh.
It writes itself.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the more I think about it, I think Sebastian Stan's character was, in fact, homosexual. Like, 100%.
Yeah, I think probably.
Because they have a whole interaction in the locker room scene where asshole guy from Blood Ties is like, what are you looking at, fag? And he goes...
Thing between your legs. It's like a penis, only smaller.
And I think you're right. Like, I mean, he clearly was being bullied for being gay.
Right.
So then it's like, oh, maybe he really was, and he was in love with Caleb, but also wanted Caleb to die and give him all of his power. Let's say he wanted what was inside of Caleb. He wanted Caleb inside him.
I think he wanted to be inside Caleb, I'll be honest.
You think? I think he's more of a bottom.
You think?
Yeah.
But do you think Caleb's a top?
Depends.
Double bottom.
Is it with the exact? I mean, basically, two bottoms do not make a top.
But would Sebastian Stan be topping from the bottom?
Oh, is he a power bottom? I mean, in his role in this movie, it seems like it. Yes, he's very controlling.
Just think of yourself as a sacrificial lamb.
I mean, he basically said, "I want you inside me, Caleb." As I'm on top of you on this bathroom floor.
As we jizz our powers at each other.
The balls of them.
So maybe?
So, like, probably, yeah.
Oh, good. All right. So anyway, back to the plot of this movie.
Yeah. I just had another thought for the TV show.
I'm excited about
because
it.
there was that awkward, uncomfortable moment where they're like, oh, I bet you they're pink panties. Oh, I bet you they're black panties. Like,
oh, yeah. That was
like,
pretty gross.
She's not wearing any, and then he, like, witches the wind.
He says, witches the wind, I like that. He says, that girl hasn't worn panties since she was 12 years old. And I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I was like,
oh.
well, the implication of that.
Oh. Oh, no.
That girl hasn't worn panties since she was 12.
And then he sexually assaults her.
Yeah.
So.
With magic.
Yeah. Little weird. But not as bad if it's like a gay sexual assault.
Oh, double standard.
Or some sort of, like, oh, I'm gonna witch this.
Is he circumcised?
Yeah. Oh God, I witched the towel and it fell. Oops. Locker room. It's just a locker room. Yeah, it's whatever.
I'm really excited for this.
The show.
This new CW show.
Yes.
About this homoerotic bro witches. I like it. I want to watch it.
Is it just called Witch Bros?
It's too basic. It's too basic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's called Weotch. Like this is that joke.
I'm gonna make you my
Weotch. So maybe he is a top.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's a mystery. Maybe he's both.
Yeah. Verse.
How about I make you my weotch?
Anyway, the plot of this movie. We got the Sons of Ipswich.
Yep.
They're descendants from the Salem witch trials of the four families.
Yeah.
And
Five.
Well, I mean, come on, spoiler alert.
She says it.
Also.
Oh, yeah.
Go watch this movie.
Watch
right?
this movie.
It's really stupid.
It's really fun. It's like so much fun. Like you could make a fun Halloween themed cocktail.
Ooh, yeah.
And just be like, ooh, witch's brew. Everyone have some more witch's brew. Well, like maybe it's like creamy white. I don't know. Too far.
It's the witch's brew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Not mad?
No. A little.
It's a little gross. Not mad.
No, this movie is perfect for just like having a little silly, fun, drunk Halloween time.
Yeah, I think it's super fun and over the top. And
Yeah, it's fun to laugh at.
I mean, I have seen it conservatively 5 or 6 times, and I'm still cackling.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it's great.
Because it's also very convoluted and a mess.
Oh, it's a mess. Oh, it's not that convoluted. I follow the plot.
I mean, it's just a lot of like...
Oh, it's a lot of nonsense. I mean, it's basically, like you said, it's like an extended episode of some weird, like, witch show. It's like a long pilot. I mean, it is just Dante's Cove. Without the gay sex. But kind of.
It's a gay implied sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was just visiting the larder. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're just hanging out in the basement, Mom. Lighting fires and...
We're just hanging out in our covenant candle-filled basement with
very romantic.
with our floating witch book. Don't worry about it, Mom. We can't wear clothes because it's part of the spell. Don't worry about it, Mom.
The spell's more powerful when all of our dicks are inside each other. It's just... we have to be connected.
Yeah, I like it.
Good, good.
Well, speaking of moms.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh,
We
boy.
get to meet Caleb's mom,
Oh, my God.
who wears exclusively silk robes.
Yeah. Well, she's a elderly alcoholic woman, April. That's what...
It's a shut-in at her palatial mansion.
If we learned anything from A Simple Favor, then that's just what elderly alcoholic women with slight dementia wear.
Apparently.
And they're like... I mean, this was really great. This set was just like...
Taxidermied animals, urns.
It was like all of the extra props from like the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
It was just like nonsense candelabras and like some weird chaise lounge and, you know.
Just all of the crap was there.
Yeah. It's great. Loved it.
You looked the spitting image of your father. Oh, I miss him so.
God, you look so much like him in this light.
You look just like him, except this photo of him looks just like John Voight and not you at all.
That was so weird. They couldn't find anyone else. I mean, it didn't matter. Like,
in
it wasn't
the grand
like
scheme of things.
Yeah,
he didn't, show up.
No, well, I mean, he does, but not
in that form.
No, exactly. Emperor Palpatine was there instead.
You mean Gary Oldman Dracula?
It was so much.
And then we get to see the school, which was cool too.
Yeah, this bathroom that she takes a shower in.
Yes, so she decides she's gonna go take a sexy shower at night. No one's ever there.
No one's ever there except for them. There's no one in the bathroom. It's very dimly lit.
Yeah.
And then the light goes out.
The light goes out. What? Hello?
Oh my God.
Is anyone there?
Oh.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
And, oh God, she's barefoot. First of all, showering in a like communal shower barefoot, disgusting. Walking around through the halls and the bathroom barefoot, even more disgusting.
Why?
Getting on your knees and hands checking under the bathroom stalls, even more disgusting. And then just walking up to this broken, shattered light bulb, barefoot, being like, oh, should I walk over and check this?
Broken glass?
Why don't I step on it?
She like
Oh my
picks
God,
it
right.
up like, what's this?
Where could this have come from? That's some kind of light bulb, isn't it? Like, what is going on?
And then a steamy...
Oh, the steamy
a
apparition!
steamy spirit floats above her.
Yeah. Now, but so this is interesting. Like, I mean, he didn't seem to have any interest in her physically. So,
No.
because he's gay.
Yeah. He just wants to get to Caleb at this point? What do we think?
Yeah. He's laying the groundwork. He's freaking
Okay.
her out.
Yeah.
For what reason, though, we don't know.
So they'll get closer?
Oh.
That's like a weird trajectory.
That's like a long
con.
That's a long con.
Maybe he's like wants a three-way with them. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know his
He
orientation.
just likes to be spooky witchy. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, you kept giving her the nightmares of the spiders.
Yeah.
So that's...
He was terrorizing their chicks.
Well, and yes, and maybe he wanted to get her intrigued by the witchcraft to, like, expose them, right?
Sure.
She like, oh, let's send her to the library to go through these old witch books.
That's also a long con, but sure.
It is.
I think it's poorly written.
Yeah, yeah.
Is what I would say. But in the movie, they want you to be like, oh, was it Caleb?
Right.
Was it not Draco Malfoy?
Yeah.
Who's witching her?
Yeah, and then Draco Malfoy is outside and like, hey, what's up? I just got back from murdering that person, or not.
The amount of fingerless gloves that not Draco Malfoy wears. I don't know what was going on. I wasn't mad because it was a choice at least. Everyone else was just like boring.
Sure.
He had the only kind of style. This is when we get our first instance of, I was so asleep and now I'm just covered with dewy sweat on my
startled awake
on
from
my
this.
glistening hairless chest as I my.
Oh God. Oh, my muscles. Oh, they're all still there. Thank God.
Should I make a sexy, sweaty phone call to my other friend who's also sweaty and sexy and hairless and dewy?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, you should. I think it'd be a great idea. I just saw a darkling.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That scene. So it turns out that this kid was murdered.
Right.
And then he's like looking at the newspaper or whatever, and then he's talking on the phone, and all of a sudden
I mean, that was his first mistake. He's driving, talking on the phone, looking at a newspaper.
Yeah, use that Bluetooth. It was 2006, you guys. Bluetooth in that Mustang. Anyway, so then he sees this darkling that's like the apparition of the ghost dead boy zombie.
Yeah.
And he freaks out and then drives straight head on into a truck.
I'm telling you, just...
Andrew was like, what?
Where he then reassembles, assumingly himself and the car on the other end of the truck.
Maybe he teleports himself and reassembles the car. That would take a lot of concentration.
And a lot of power. He hasn't ascended yet, April.
The amount of like stupid nonsense.
Oh, the ascension. Oh, you haven't ascended yet. It's like, it was weird because it just kind of sounded like they were
Your
talking about the
balls
balls
haven't
drop. Are you a man yet? I'm going to wait for you to become a man before I ask you to get inside me.
I've already ascended. Have you?
Right?
I'm gonna see if Pogue wants to catch that new Brad Pitt flick this afternoon. Who else wants to go?
I will.
Roommate Kate is like, you want to go see that new Brad Pitt flick with us? Yeah, we should go see the Brad Pitt flick. Oh, I can't go.
Oh, I've already seen it.
Oh, I've already seen it. And I looked it up. The only Brad Pitt movie that came out, like, it would be Babel.
Oh, that movie was so bad.
Well, it was just so sad. It's like, ugh.
I hate it.
But it was so, like, ugh, you know.
Hate
So
it.
now I'm imagining a cutscene where
She's
Kate and Sebastian Stan are watching Babel, like, oh boy, I really wanted to watch Legends of the Fall, but I got this.
Oh my God.
So yeah, but Sarah,
Kira.
Sarah and Kara. Sarah and Caleb is like, oh, let's go do errands together. Okay.
But then they don't actually do errands together. He drives her out.
They do-
Oh, I guess
they
it was
do-
errands.
that
So he
was
had to
an
pick up
errand.
the drugs
Yeah, it was an
for
errand.
his ailing dad, who's only 44
Spoiler alert.
and looks like Emperor Palpatine.
It's good. They go out, they're driving in his Mustang with top down. She's like, oh, I heard that your dad died.
Kate told me he passed away.
Hey, you and Kate talk about it?
Well, you know, just girl stuff.
Oh, you know, just like girl stuff.
Just girl stuff about your dead dad. What?
We just talking about girl stuff, you know, just like girly things. The women are truly horribly written in this movie.
Yep.
But so are the men, so I can't be mad.
No.
Like, nobody has a character.
No, not really.
There's a lot of talk about, like, this is what girls do. And girls do, like, it was pretty terrible, but they're at the bar, the local bar.
Yeah.
And there's that random old man dancing.
Just dancing.
With all these high schoolers, like, and he's like 65.
Yeah, weird. She's like, we were having fun hanging out and now they're playing foosball.
Well, we're sitting here together having fun, and now we're watching them have fun.
That's what girls do. You know, boys and their toys.
What? Also, huh? But anyway, she's like, no, I'll show you what girls do.
Just give me a quarter.
So then she puts a quarter in the jukebox and plays
I Love Rock and Roll.
I Love Rock and Roll.
So you gotta put a quarter in that jukebox, baby.
A dime in the jukebox, baby, but
Yeah, you know,
quarter.
inflation.
Inflation.
Is Caleb the worst dancer you've ever seen?
I think possibly.
I think he might be. It's as if he is no longer in his body. Like, he doesn't know, oh no.
I love rock and roll.
She's trying her best to, you know, be real sexy for him or whatever, and he's just like, oh, I'm clearly so uncomfortable. Oh, it's worse than Armie Hammer and Call Me By Your Name.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you could call it dancing.
I don't think you can.
Not really.
Don't think you can.
Not really.
You know what I realized just now, though, is that they never have, like, a sex scene.
No, because, maybe he really has some feelings that he's not addressing.
For Sebastian Stan.
For Sebastian Stan. You're going to
Maybe.
race in the pool.
Oh.
It's water sport.
Oh my god.
So you find out through the movie, like, using the powers is like, using a drug. You get more addicted to it the more you use it.
Well, and the more you use it, it takes life away from you.
Once you ascend, I think.
Oh, maybe.
Is the implication. Because otherwise they would just be dead, I think.
Sure, probably.
Not Draco Malfoy is like the loose cannon of the group, and he's the one that's always using or whatever, and Caleb's like, you gotta...
It's addictive, you moron. You've seen what it can do if you abuse it. You want that? That's your business. But if you use it in the open like it did tonight, you risk exposing us all.
This is when he really, really started acting with pauses and...
Oh, yeah. Well, and the gritted teeth. This was the beginning of his talking through his mouth like this, and I was like, well, you're a really worse actor now. It's a lot worse.
Once they give him more to do.
Well, and like really just the gritted...
Instead of just, God,
Sarah, you're so pretty. Let's make out. Sarah.
Finally, we get our first classroom scene, and they're in the, like, medical hall. Like,
it was like they were like Elle Woods in law school. It's like, what is this?
I mean, I guess it's like a fancy old school. Or
sure,
whatever, but
sure.
They're talking about literature, and they're reading all these modern writers, and
then Stephen
King, and then Draco Malfoy is like...
Stephen King. Yeah! Dreamcatcher was the shit.
Like, Dreamcatcher was the shit! And everyone
like,
laughs. I mean, there's multiple ways to take that joke. I don't know which one's right. So, Dreamcatcher, the movie, it's a horrible disaster and everyone hated it. It was a mess, and it came out before this movie. So is that just a burn on the movie? Or the book, also apparently not very good,
Great.
is about, like, 4 boys who grow up. They're not witches, but they, like, grow up together. But, like, every Stephen King book is about that. So... is it that? Also, that's not funny.
No.
Like in the context of
this.
Scene. Yeah, because you guys are all 4 witch boys. No, that's not what they're laughing about.
Right.
So I don't know.
I don't either. Was it just that he shouted out something?
Like,
oh my god, he talked out loud.
Maybe he witched them to laugh.
Oh.
So we've arrived. It's your favorite part of it. Well, first it's the swim meet.
Oh my god, this.
Where everyone just...
Oh, here I am, all flexed with my abs.
My muscles. So they all stand around, hey man, freestyle, butterfly.
Yeah.
And then we get the locker room scene.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, it's just dudes showering.
And we get the big sort of showdown swim meet between Caleb and Sebastian Stan because they both do freestyle.
Right.
Let's see what you got.
And then, so this was really confusing to me.
You were pretty confused.
I guess I couldn't tell who was who in the water.
I mean...
And so you just see like the goggles, and then you see the witch eyes.
Well, and it's like fucking Rob Zombie or some horribly loud white zombie, some zombie band is like, or whatever, and they're swimming, and whatever, and then they keep doing the shot of them.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes... and the eyes of the witchiness.
And then he just fucking...
He speeds up like the turtle in Bye Bye Birdie.
Exactly.
He's like, or whatever, like, finish line lamp, and then...
Wait, so Sebastian Stan went faster?
Yeah, and won. Because they were like, he totally beat you, man.
But
then Caleb...
But Caleb went faster and hit his head. He went so fast that he just hit his... It was so confusing. I did not know anything that happened. He wakes up and they're like, wow, man, you really knocked your head. We were worried. And it was like, oh, this is terrible.
Knocked your head pretty good. Lucky for you, Chase was there to get you out before you sucked up the pool.
The same computer that wrote XXX wrote this scene. I don't know.
So it's at this point that we realize Sebastian Stan is bad and is the descendant of the 5th witch family that they thought had died off years before. What?
I had no idea this was coming.
This is madness, I say. They start to like research him and they find out that he killed his adoptive parents because he ascended while he was in the car with them or whatever.
Whatever. Oh my god, this scene where then they're about to get caught looking through the files, so they hover above. Oh yeah, and then he has to witch the papers from falling. Oh my god, it's so stupid. So stupid.
And Sebastian Stan has poisoned Kate, the roommate.
Yes, spider bites.
For reason, he should have just gone after Sarah, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So she's in the hospital. Pogue is riding on his motorcycle.
Oh my god, this was so stupid.
And Sebastian Stan, I mean, this is when I was like, oh, he gets it.
Yeah. Well, so Sebastian Stan stops in the middle of the road, and it's like the scene from Wet Hot American Summer or something, where he's like, I'm gonna stop my bike 800 feet away from you.
So far away. And then Sebastian Stan, little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet.
Come to save little Miss Muffet. Well, you're too late. A spider came and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Oh my god, it was so funny. I died.
Oh.
So then Pogue tries to hit him with his motorcycle, but he's just like, witch! And like flips it over, and he eats shit, and is like, okay.
And then he's apparently in traction and everything else and is in the hospital. Witchery.
So after he's dispatched Kate and Pogue, he goes to get Sarah, and they're all in her dorm room, and he pretends to be Sebastian Stan.
Oh yeah, this was weird. She's in her dorm room. He comes in pretending to be Caleb, and then Caleb actually comes in, and it's like, oh, and then, oh, it was me, Sebastian Stan. Ah.
And she's
like, what's happening?
Wishes away into some mist.
Yeah, and then he reforms her on the bed, and then he's like, haha, spider bite in your ear. Oh god.
And they have a whole fight. He's throwing him all over the room. And he says, because it's Caleb's 18th birthday the next day.
Tomorrow night, birthday boy. The exact moment when you ascend, you will me your power.
He's like, so you're gonna have to will me your powers, or I'm gonna kill her,
everyone.
and then I'm gonna kill them, and I'm gonna kill them, and I'm gonna
Your
kill
mom
everyone
and-
that you know, and I'm gonna kill them all. And this is when they're really fighting on the floor.
And I'm just like, oh god,
and
are they gonna make out? I hope they make out.
they make out. Yeah. Oh, and then he kissed him, and I was like, yes!
Yeah. He's like, see you later, brother.
Brother.
It was like a pretty good kiss on the lips. It was like
smooth.
Yeah.
No, I like our theory. I think that's. I think
you're
that's
right.
what was happening.
Mm-hmm. A gay villain, of course.
Well, but he was so fabulous.
Sure.
I mean, honestly, everyone else sucked.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, maybe I want him to be like a fabulous evil witch that's just like controlling everything. Cool. And then Caleb decides he's just gonna let Sarah in on all of it.
Yeah, he brings Sarah in to see the dad, and it doesn't really have there's no conversation or anything helpful.
He's like, this is my dad. He's 44. She's sort of just like, oh.
Yeah. And then they all go back to his mom.
She's not.
Oh, she's not. Yeah, she's
phased.
nonplussed.
Just like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I read a book. It talked about spiders.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Great. You want to go to the fall festival? Yeah. And then she gets ready at their house.
Yeah, which was so weird in this hideous dress.
Do we think that's the mom's dress because it was this silk? And because it was like, oh, Sarah's almost ready. She's getting ready upstairs. It was like, why is she getting ready at your house? But okay.
I don't know. Why didn't he like witch her a dress? That would.
Whoa. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Sebastian Stan would have witched her a dress. He's
Absolutely.
Fabulous. But yeah, she's in this like beige silk.
Ugh. Awful. It's just the worst, especially with her complexion and hair. It was awful.
It was like all one color.
Ugh. So they're all like, oh, we need a plan. And then they're like, oh, we don't have a plan.
He was like, no, just go watch Sarah at the dance. And then they were terrible at that, and she was immediately kidnapped.
Yeah. Yep.
Immediately kidnapped. Oh, yeah, sure.
She's fine. You want to talk to her? Oh, my God, she's gone.
Oh, no. We're not in the movie anymore. But not Draco Malfoy was rocking a big Doctor Who scarf. I mean, he was really... He has some flair.
Wait, I thought he was the one in the hospital.
No, that's Taylor Kitsch.
Oh, right. So then they meet up at the barn. The showdown at the Putnam Barn, where it all happened years ago. Stupid. This was so dumb. She's like Sleeping Beauty, like, elevated. Ooh.
But her cleavage is on point.
Of course.
There's lightning going on,
Of course.
and Sebastian stands up in the rafters, and it's like...
Richie.
He literally says that.
Yeah.
Great.
I think he knows what movie...
He figured it out.
He knows what movie I want this to be,
Yeah,
at least.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
And then he's like, as he's flying down on these wires... I mean, they're not technically they rotoscoped them out, but he's flying down on these wires and he's just like, I'm gonna make you my wiatch. I mean, at this point they just gave up, right?
Just gave up. So bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And then so then they have these like water balloon fights.
It's a water balloon fight of their essence. Of
their witch's brew.
Of their witch's brew, yeah. Of their witch's brew, Andrew. Mm-hmm.
Blue.
And then Sebastian Stan has nails that like phalanges.
Oh yeah, he has like these little tentacle spider webs.
And this really screamed of, oh, what are the witch powers gonna look like? Well, we'll decide in post. We'll figure it out later. Just pretend like you're throwing something at him.
Yep. Should have been flames or some, I don't know.
Make it a color, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like green, something. It just looks like water. If it was water because there's rain and they're like using the elements,
Ooh.
cool with it.
Okay.
It was literally a whole movie. It was.
Oh, I like that. Right? If they're like, if it's wet and so they're throwing these watery things.
Water, heart, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, and then they like, but then there's like
Captain
a fire
Planet
thing nearby,
shows up.
so he like draws from the fire and throws a fireball. Yeah. That'd be cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
But no, it's just water balloons.
Yep.
And then they throw water balloons at each other for a while.
Yeah. It's pretty tedious.
And then they fly outside and float water balloons at each other for a while. And then
the mom goes to the dad and is like...
Right, because he's like, I'm not going to ask my dad to do that for me or whatever. And she convinces him.
Yeah, she's like, you have to save him.
You just do something that's not selfish and for yourself
For
once
once.
in your life. And then it's like...
Yeah, he's like, I will you my power.
I will not!
Say it! Say the words! Will you? Nothing.
Just say it! Just say it!
I want you inside me. Just say it. That's what was happening.
So then they're like, ooh, witch a brew. It goes on for a while.
Still goes on.
It does. But then the lightning strikes.
Yeah, other than he gets the power.
Because he's already ascended. He was like, ah!
Yeah.
And then now he's like, ah! Even more. And he's got the double power. And then he's like, fine. And he catches Sebastian Stan's witch's brew in his hands.
Yep. And then he like electrifies it.
And then he throws it at him.
Snowballed, would you say?
Oh boy. Yes, he did. And then he just is dead.
Yeah.
I was sort of disappointed.
He just disappears.
Yeah, I was sad. I wanted.
I think they were setting it up for like a sequel.
Yeah. I wanted some more nursery rhymes out of him. He's like, Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. I couldn't make it over the candlestick. Okay. I would have enjoyed that. But no, it's just, he's like, so he's like, flies backwards in the barn and explodes for no reason. And then the barn's on fire. And then he saves.
He goes and saves Sarah.
He saves Sarah. We forgot when they're not throwing witch's brew at each other, he throws like a plow at him, and then he starts throwing pitchforks at him, like pa-chow, pa-chow, pa-chow. And that was at least a little bit cooler.
Mm-hmm. So they always missed, but like it would have been fun if it like pitchforked his arm, and he's like trying to figure out how to get it.
Would have been good.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Something cool.
Yeah.
But it was just nonsense.
Yep.
So yeah, he's dead, and he's saving Sarah, and then it's the next morning, and the police and the
firemen are there. They're putting out the barn fire, and
they're still hanging out.
Yep.
They haven't been taken to the hospital
or
for
anything.
Exposure or shock. Nothing.
Anything.
She's just like, oh, I'm fine.
Well, he witched her probably.
Maybe. Ooh, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it does.
We searched the entire area. We didn't find anybody.
We didn't find anybody. What did you tell him?
Right?
Oh, so Sebastian Stan and I were maybe lovers, but anyway, we got in a fight. We were throwing witch's brew at each other. Don't worry about it. And what?
Right?
I want to hear that interrogation.
Well, I just want to, exactly, what did they tell them, period? Like, oh, we burned down this barn? Or like, oh, we were all hanging out and then there was a giant fire
Sebastian
and
Stan
just got
may
stuck?
be dead?
What? weird.
They should have ran.
Yeah, they should have just disappeared, and it was like, oh, and then the barn was there, and if Sebastian Stan is there alone, then Sebastian Stan is there alone.
Exactly. He reforms his windshield, and they drive off into the sunset.
And I was just kind of like, that seems like a strange choice. Given what we know now, he's ascended, and he's just used a bunch of power, mind you, to fight Sebastian Stan.
And he has his dad's power.
Yeah, and it's like, so now you're just gonna, like, lose a month of your life to repair this windshield when you could just pay a few $100s and have someone repair it?
Right?
Also, mind you, you repaired it in front of these firemen. That seems like a risky game.
Well, this was your test. I think he's gonna fail.
Right.
He will just continue the cycle, the vicious cycle of, you know, Benjamin Buttoning yourself.
Basically. No, the opposite of Benjamin Button.
The opposite of Benjamin Buttoning yourself. And then they drive off, and it pans out, and it was like, closing that chapter in the Book of Damnation, chapter 17. What?
I'm telling you, they were ready. They had chapter 18 ready to go.
Written and ready.
Oh yeah, they were like, oh, in this old-timey book, and there was the Mustang. What?
What's the next one? Sebastian Stan's not dead.
Exactly. Sebastian Stan's not actually dead.
Yeah.
But now the other boys are going to turn 18.
They're going to ascend.
And so it's a time game where it's like, oh, they need to ascend, and they all have to ascend and come together to fight him and banish him to the realm of dick sucking. I don't know.
The realm of dick sucking?
Tell me more. Maybe they can turn him around. Maybe he realizes,
Maybe
you know, like the area. They're like, hey, look, you can be one of us bros. You can be a witch bro
because
too.
His motives, he's like, I'm getting revenge because
your ancestors years ago maybe killed me, or
Yeah, there
Putnam
was, like,
was the bastard child of...
And it was like, well, that's not our fault.
Right?
Do you want to be part of our coven? Just be cool, man. You can be part of our coven.
Right? Just be cool.
But he was already addicted at that point.
He was. He was hooked. Maybe they sent him to rehab.
Sure.
Which rehab?
Which rehab? Which rehab? That's hard to say. Which rehab?
Which rehab did he rehab at?
That one got me. That was good. I liked it a lot. So anyway, happy Shocktober, and I hope you enjoyed this movie because I really do.
I did a lot.
It's so stupid.
Yep.
And I loved it.
Yep.
Cheers.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Come to save little Miss Muffet, have we?